right here in Tennessee.
Here's a little tale about hard-to-recycle plastics. Their destinies were changed. Their new lives are fantastic. What once was trash can live on as new things with a program that complements your regular recycling. 'Cause plastics can be so much more. Give this trash the second chance it was hoping for.
Tennessee's hard-to-recycle plastics can be so much more. Participate in the Hefty Energy Bag program, happening in your neighborhood today.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This is Jared Rutledge of the Columbus River Dragons, your home for River Dragons hockey in Noonan.
Welcome to Connecting Hearts. Connecting hearts of women to resources, information, and to one another. Presented by Creative Heart Studios, 18 Perry Street and Noonan. Now here's your host, Margie Conway.
Moving is a big decision. Selling or buying a home in any market, but especially today's, can raise a lot of questions. Hi, I'm Amy with Killingsworth Realty. My husband Todd and I serve the Coweta and local area. Our purpose at our first meeting is to learn your goals, answer questions, and provide resources so that you can make the best decision for you and your family. Find us online at killingsworthrealty.com or call 678-525-0047 to schedule a free consultation today to discuss your real estate needs. You don't have to do this alone.
Hello. I'm Pina Payne with Contour Mortgage, and we're so excited. We have just moved to this new company, and we are located at 560 Noonan Crossing Bypass in Noonan next to Art and Jake's, and we have some great products. Our interest rates are better than any other companies, and we also have some great products for the VA. We can do a better deal for you with fees than any other company. We have a lot of different kind of programs.
Hi, I'm Holly Reese. I'm the founder of Warrior Defenders. I'm a certified tactical self-defense instructor, and I specialize in women's self-defense. I teach technical drills for survival skills and education on self-defense tools and how to use them. My journey started in self-defense because I'm a domestic violence survivor. I'm here to empower women, to teach them how to be their own heroes, and to learn today to have a safer tomorrow.
You can find Holly online at www.warriordefenders.com. Please join us every Thursday at 10:30 for the Connecting Hearts program. We will bring together mentors from our network to give you resources and inspiration on key areas of your life. I am your host, Margie Conway, the Joy Coordinator of Creative Heart Studio, located near downtown Noonan. Look for us on social media for a continuous stream from your carefully chosen mentors. Again, please tune in Thursdays at 10:30 to the Connecting Hearts program, where we connect the hearts of women to resources, inspiration, and one another. This is Margie from Connecting Hearts Network. I'd like you to take just a moment and listen to Linda Kirkpatrick explain to you what Family Patterns Matters is all about.
Family Patterns Matter works with youth and their families to help overcome barriers that prevent their success. We meet twice a month with mentoring, tutoring, teaching life skills, resilience, gratitude, and kindness. We also bring music and art therapy. Please visit our website at www.familypatternsmatter.org.
Shopping for insurance doesn't have to be stressful. I'm Christy, owner of Ellsworth Insurance, located here in Newnan, Georgia. We're an independent agency with access to multiple carriers for home, auto, life, health, and commercial insurance. We're your one-stop shop for your insurance needs. Visit our website at www.insurewithellsworth.com or call the office at 770-755-7053 to schedule an appointment. We look forward to meeting you soon.
Hey guys, this is Dana with Happy Life Nutrition, located on 18 Perry Street, downtown Noonan. Hours are 8 to 5, Tuesday through Friday. Come check us out. We will be serving up meal replacement shakes, calorie burning teas, coffees, waffles. We have a kids menu and a workout menu. We do deliveries with a 5-drink minimum or $5 delivery charge if less. You can call ahead for your order. Free Wi-Fi, quiet atmosphere for business meetings or get-together. Our number at Happy Life Nutrition is 770-683-5172. Can't wait to see you.
Hi, this is Margie with Creative Hearts Studios, and this is the Connecting Hearts Network program. Thank you for joining us this week. Today I have decided to go solo because it is the first show of November, and we all know our Novembers are usually about gratitude and thankfulness, and of course that's where I'm going to head this year. It is, without a doubt, I think one of the most important things that you can practice is to have an attitude of gratitude, to focus on your blessings and the good things that you have, and it helps minimize the others and helps you move forward and receive more blessings. And so we have a lineup of guests on here and on Tea Talk of overcomers who have much to be grateful for. But I chose to do today solo, and I have a big purpose in solo. This has been a very big year in my life. We have talked about how I've ended up on the radio without quite knowing how I got here, because before 2022, it was not something that was on my bucket list. But as we are ending the end of the year, I'm very excited. I have really enjoyed this year and all that God has brought into it through this radio program. I have met so many interesting people and learned so much about myself and others, and recording an audio than I ever thought that I could. But, we can look back on our paths and find, parts of God's plan leading us to where we are as we go through. And, when I think about radio program, I had a discussion with my stepson not long ago, and he said it still just totally, bewilders him that out of everybody with a radio show, I never liked microphones. I didn't put myself out in front. I was always the admin in the background, getting everybody else ready for what everybody else was doing. And I liked that role. I am really good at that role. This new one, I can guarantee you, is all God, because I am definitely an introvert. And that is not, shyness, but that is very much enjoying my alone time and recharging that way. And even though I went from not liking microphones to carrying one in my purse, I still recharge by having my alone time. When we were talking about, we never thought I'd be on this side of the microphone, and that's part of, my family is pretty artsy and creative. And in case I haven't told you yet, but I think I have, we do have, an Elvis Presley in our ancestry lineage, so that's kind of cool. But you can look at our family members and you can see that, the creativity and the artistic abilities come through in many different ways. And I guess for this season, this is where mine is sitting. I can go back and look when I was a teenager, about 15, and I was in a college prep summer course at Mercer University, and they did aptitude tests and all kinds of things to help you determine which way you should go as you, headed into college and afterwards. And they put me in a broadcast journey there. They started teaching me then how to handle radio and TV broadcasting and newspaper. And that is just so awesome to sit there and think about. And of course it was many, 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 many years ago, since I was 15 or 16. But we would get on the bus in Atlanta and head there every Saturday and have a great time. And then, me and my friend would stop and have lunch on the way home and stuff. And so it was a really great summer that we did that program. And somewhere around here I have a little photocopied print newspaper that we put together at that point as part of our testing and things. And so even back then, God had a plan that I never would have expected. Then, life got busy. I had kids, I raised kids, I stumbled through whatever I could, and I kind of fell into, the teaching, and then I fell into the church secretary part. And for the church secretary part, it I ended up being on the production side of TV and radio broadcasting. The pastor did a weekly television series, and he also for a time did radio, and so did others on staff at that point. And so I ended up on the production end of it, especially during the years it was the two of us working together and no one else on staff, because we had lots of volunteers, but, I fell into the editing part. And it would be something else. Even then, this is starting back 20 years ago, we had great, big, huge television cameras that we used and had to plug up and learn how to do. And we would have to import that into our computer and then take it in through Adobe and do all of the, editing and cutting and sound and things. And I'll tell you, I don't have a musical background or a good ear for sound. I had to learn how to do the sound adjustments through watching the gauges and the lights and the sound waves, so I can expand a sound wave and cut it down to a second on that. But if I'm trying to do it by ear, I'm not that great at doing it. It is, awesome to sit there and think that even as I was learning to do that, that God knew that, 15 years down the line, I would be doing what I can to share his story and to share how others have found him through their journeys, on a program like this. We did CDs through the church. We did a radio program. I even learned how to do the website through doing that. Someone handed me a book as they were leaving the church and said, "Here, I think you'll need that." And it was Microsoft Front Page. And boy, did I end up needing that. So, I wore many different hats through that end of it. And I worked with some great preachers and singers and things as we did the program, because anytime we would have a guest come through, we would ask them if they would, pre-record a segment for us to use later. And again, this was, starting 15, 20 years ago, and we used big cameras. We had this tape deck that you had the cassettes in and all the audio equipment, so you would do the audio on cassette tapes, people, and then you would have to convert that into something you could put onto a computer so you could send it over to where it needed to go. We did it VHS tapes when we started, where I would literally go to the television station and give our program to the producers each time. And so we've come a long way from this little bitty tiny dual recorder that I have in my hand that cuts out the background noise, and all I've got to do is hook it up by Bluetooth to my computer and import the audio and cut it really good in Audacity and send it over to Ryan. So I've learned a lot, and I am very blessed with that. And like I said, I have really enjoyed myself. And back to my conversation with my stepson a couple of weeks ago, when he said he was surprised still that I'm the one on the radio. I'm like, yeah, I am too. But one of the biggest surprises to me about being on the radio is the fact that I have sponsors sponsoring me to be on the radio and talk to you guys. And they are a great group of women. And so one reason I wanted to do solo today is I wanted to concentrate a minute on my sponsors. I wanted to tell you about this awesome group of ladies who have joined with me in Connecting Hearts Network to be able to bring our resources and inspiration and community to you guys. And so I'm very blessed with the ladies that I have. Now, I have been selective on the ones that I've gotten involved in because I want people that, I feel comfortable promoting, and people that I know will promote our program back. And so when we first started talking about this in January, and Ryan mentioned, well, you get sponsors for your radio show, and that's who helps pay for the airtime and stuff. The first name that popped into my mind was Pina Payne. Locally, Pina Payne is well known. She is a local mortgage counselor, loan originator. I'm not sure what the title is, Pina. I'm so sorry. But she is now working with Contour Mortgage here in town. And I found out that means that she's licensed in Georgia and Alabama and Tennessee and Florida, and maybe a Carolina. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to post her information when I start circulating this so you can find out for yourself if you're somewhere that's not exactly local to me that needs help. But, the ladies that I have that are supporting me, we do a lot locally, but we are moving the reach so that it goes, far out of Georgia, and you can watch Pina and the things that she does and know that, she is working on your behalf. Pina's name popped to mind because, first of all, I know that we share a good belief system in common. I met Pina at my local church 25 years ago, next March. And so for 25 years, just about, we have been working together, doing the children and the ladies and different events and things at the church. And we have become friends through there. She knew my husband before I knew him, and she is always the one that has done any refinancing or loans, equity loans or anything regarding the house, through Pina, because she gives you very good service. It's very personalized, and she's very good at what she does. So we are very comfortable using her for those needs. But as a person, I can tell you Pina is very family-oriented. She is a great mom and grandmother, and she is very family-oriented. She has taken care of her parents who have now passed, and she takes care has taken care of her daughter that needed it for years. And you rarely see Pina without seeing her family members around her. Pina is interested in empowering women and having them know the resources that they can, and helping them, build up their financial understandings, which was great on the last episode we did about women's finances for Tea Talks. She wants to be able to encourage you, and on the back of her business card and usually over the door to her office and anywhere else, she will tell you God won't bring you to it if he's not going to carry you through it. And I have seen her faithfulness and God carrying her through in many directions. So I want to send a big thanks to Pina Payne for being our first sponsor and for sticking with us through all of the growth and different things we're going. I can't wait to continue working with you, Pina, on that. Our next sponsor to come online was, and I'm going through this in my head so I can kind of remember everything. Our next sponsor was Dana Hodges O'Neill. She is the owner of Happy Life here in town, and I have told you several times before that if Dana did a spiritual gifts inventory, she's going to pop up with hospitality, because that girl never meets a stranger. You come in that door and you walk out knowing you have friends and you have a comfortable place to go, and she's got it decorated real cute, and she's concerned of helping you with your healthy needs. Pina is a mom. Pina is a grandmom. Pina is, she exercises and eats right, and so she encourages me in those areas because I don't always do that the way that I need to. And like I said, she never meets a stranger. She knows them through somebody, but even if they didn't have a prior connection, like I said, they never leave the door without having a friend there. And so Pina has joined in, and I have my studio in Pina's shop. And together we have done several workshops. We've done a tea talk or two. We've invited people in to be able to, encourage the women. We run our groups right now out of Happy Life, and we have people that comes in just to fellowship together. Is a good, comfortable place to go where everyone knows everybody. It's kind of like that TV show that used to be Cheers, and it was a bar, and we don't have alcoholic drinks, but this is definitely the place where everybody knows your name. And so I want to thank Dana for coming along beside me this last year, and for the things that we have coming up in the future, for supporting us and giving us a place to meet. Then we have Holly Reese. Holly Reese is I hear people say my sister from another mister, and Holly is my very good friend. I haven't known her as long as I have some of the others, but with Holly, from the moment we met, I kind of looked at where she was in life, and I was like, I don't know if she's going to be able to pick up this self-defense things and this damsel, which I was selling at the time, but she joined forces with me, and I tell you what, that girl has blossomed and bloomed in what she does. She seriously takes being a domestic violence survivor, being a warrior woman, and teaching others how to be warrior women too, to the extreme. I mean, she is great with it. It wasn't very long before I felt comfortable stepping out of my damsel business and turning it all over to Holly. And she has taken it and gone through to hand-to-hand combat and other classes that she can teach you. She is a Nick DeRosa certified trainer. She is all about teaching women to take care of themselves, to protect themselves, to be cautious where they're at, to know how, if they end up in a difficult situation, to get out of it. And together, I think we're kind of a dynamic duo. She takes care of one side of your safety and healing, and I take care of the other side of it. And I'm glad she's got the more physical side, because I don't know that I could do all of that. And I am very proud to be able to say Holly is not just a sponsor. Holly is a really good friend. She is married. She is a dog mom. She loves her pets. She trains service dogs. She is a little bit into all kinds of things, and if you're in our local area, you know her because it's all over her car where she runs around town. But she teaches local classes and online virtual classes for women's self-defense. I strongly urge that you go and you find these classes and participate in them. It will make you a changed woman. First of all, you'll be able to protect yourself if you end up in a difficult situation. But besides that, it just builds an enormous amount of confidence to know that you can. And so it's when I got my Her Journey certification for teaching the classes to domestic violence and abuse survivors, Holly was the first person I called because I knew that it would mean to her what it does to me. And together we build up the local groups to be able to teach them. And in the future, we plan on having some warrior women and warrior and training workshops for teens and for women so that we can teach you how to, be the best that you can psychologically, emotionally, and physically. And so I urge you to look out for those classes as you come. But I thank Holly from the bottom of my heart for being one of my heroes and also being a champion for me. Then we have Linda Kirkpatrick. I don't know where the Fitzpatrick was coming from. It is most definitely Linda Kirkpatrick. And she is the founder and director of a local nonprofit called Family Patterns Matter. I had heard of Linda for many, many, many years that I've been in Noonan. So, that's at least 28 years I've been in Noonan. And Linda has always been extremely active in our community. She was the one responsible for getting the women's shelter in town started up several years ago, which I know quite a few women personally that it has impacted and helped. Linda now does Family Patterns Matter, and she does that because she has a heart for the kids. She said even when running the shelter, she would have a heart for the kids that would come through there, and she would want to be able to teach them resilience and, how to rise above the situation they're in. And that's what Family Patterns Matters does, is it takes the kids that needs a little extra help and helps them find tutoring and mentoring and experience things that they wouldn't get to experience otherwise because of finances or the situations they're in. She does great work with these kids, and if you want someone to sponsor or you're looking for something you can start in your community, I urge you to follow Linda. She is a mom and a grandmom and one of my big heroes personally. She is also one of the biggest champions of this network. She passes our bags out. She tells everybody about Connecting Hearts and about the Her Journey classes and the things that we do. So I want to thank Linda for being an absolutely wonderful partner in this mission that we've been called to be into. So the last one that we had join, almost, was Amy Killingsworth. Amy Killingsworth is with Killingsworth Realty. She is also a Gold doTERRA team leader. I met Amy through doTERRA Essential Oils, and we're on the same team. She's kind of like my aunt in direct sales genealogy. And I've seen her for many years run her team successfully. But the thing that always impressed me most is Amy runs her business through a God view. She does everything through the view of how God would want to do it and how to manage it that way. And I love this about Amy. We have been through some similar trainings at our local counseling center, Christian Families Today. And so the advanced discipleship training they've done, I know Amy's been through it with her husband, and I've been through it. So I know that we have a lot of beliefs in common. And we are working on the same page where it comes to the events and the things that we're working to, and eternity work, seeing that people find their identity in Jesus and that they are able to find their comfort and their hope and just their day-to-day life through living in Jesus. Amy, we got connected with this because I'd started the studio, and one day Amy made a post that she felt led to start a small group Bible study. And I sent her a message and said, how about doing it at the studio? Because we need one going, and I need someone to facilitate it. So Amy and her husband came and talked to me to make sure we're all on the same page. And we started a weekly Bible study. So generally on Wednesdays at our local studio, we have a small group study, and Amy has facilitated that for several months. We've gone through a couple of different books, and in January we're going to start The Good Boundaries and Goodbyes with Lisa Turkhurst. Amy's insights into these things are just motivating and wonderful to get you thinking, and I really appreciate that the heart she has for women in that area. Amy is now joined her husband in Killingsworth Realty. Over the last year, they've had a lot going on, and God called him to be a realtor, and then he called him to step out to become a realtor. See, I'm getting very tongue-tied this morning. To become a realtor that followed God first and that offered service to their clients. And as he stepped out on his own, Amy stepped in to get her realtor's license and to join him in a team. So together they have formed Killingsworth Realty, and they sponsor our podcast through that. And they really set out to serve their customers. They do this as a service and not as the side gig that's going to get us rich. They look to God first on how to run their business. They look to God first on how they can serve the ones that come into their pathways. And they form their business all about, kingdom practices. And because they do that, I know that it will be successful as they go through the future. And I am very happy to have them partnered with me as we go through this journey, because we have a lot coming up together. Now I have a really exciting announcement for you. We have a new sponsor. She has started this week as of November. Her name is Christy Ellsworth. She is an insurance broker, and she is with Ellsworth Insurance. And her website is Insure with Ellsworth. And I will have all of her information down as time comes. But I met Christy by her coming in Happy Life with a group of women who was supporting a local charity that we have here in town. And we talked for a few minutes about, what I do in her journey, and she was very interested in those classes and things. Then we had a couple of weeks ago a chance to sit down and talk one-to-one. Well, actually, my husband was there and her assistant was there. But we have come up with some awesome plans for the future that I just really cannot wait to break to you. Christy has been around the local Coweta County area her whole life. She was born and raised here. She went to church here. She's raised her kids here. She has grandchildren here. She's very involved in our community. Christy is also, and I hope I get this right. If I don't, I'll correct it in comments later. She is the Women's Board of Realtors Treasurer for 2023. She is in the local Junior Service League. She is in bukus of networking groups. She loves marketing and getting out and talking to people. Anybody that I've talked to that has ran into her in a business sense has said she's very happy and polite and cheerful. She, offers good service in what she does, and she sets out when she has a message or a mission to get that accomplished and take care of it. And so that is someone I definitely need on my team, because sometimes I get so many things going in so many directions that somebody needs to say, okay, let's do this first. And Christy and I have some big plans coming up in the future. I cannot wait to share them with you. But we're going to let them out a little bit at a time so we're not overwhelming you and ourselves. Because at this moment, Christy is planning her upcoming wedding, and I am helping my husband recuperate from knee replacement surgery. Then I have to have my foot surgery so we can start 2023 off really strong. So you're going to see about Christy on our site and on our social media, and you're going to hear about her through our broadcasts. She has her 30-second promo that should be going with this show, but we will get her on the show pretty soon, and I can't wait to start rolling out some of the activities and things that we have planned virtually and in person starting in January 2023. With this team of ladies behind me, I have no doubt whatsoever that we will be able to achieve great things, to bring you the best in resources, to, give you inspiration for what you can do where you're at, whether it's in Alaska or Timbuktu. There are things that these ladies do and that our guests that we're bringing on does that you can implement in your own lives, in your own areas, no matter where you're at. And if you are here local, you get the bonus of being able to meet with us as a group and individually for your business needs, for just, a little talk here and there. We're always glad for you to come up and say hi, and I'd listen to your program and give us ideas for future programs. A lot of the guests that we get is because our sponsors say, oh, I ran into this person, they would be perfect for us to talk to. And we have workshops and things planned in the future that you'll get the benefit of Pina with her mortgage experience, of Amy with her real estate experience, of Christy with her insurance experience, of Dana with her health knowledge and all of the hospitality and the friendliness that she offers, with Holly and her warrior spirit, and with Linda and her caring soul, because she really does have a caring soul for everybody that she comes into contact with. Now, if you're not treating her children right, she will let you know it, but she does it to get the best accomplished for those that's under her care. So I want to thank all of these ladies for joining me in 2022 and all the things that we've done, and I want to let them know how much I look forward to 2023 working with each of them. Now, we do have a busy holiday season in between all of this and the coming year, so we have some things planned for you to look up for. We have some fun. We're going to share a lot of gratitude with you over the next month because there is much to be grateful for in our lives. So thank you to them. And thank you to you for following us, for listening to us, for sharing us. I ask you to please, use our QR code that I'll put at the bottoms of all of these so you can go check out our sponsors for supporting them wherever you can, because the more support that you offer them and their businesses, the more that they're able to support and offer through this program that we're all working together. So from Connecting Hearts Network, we are thankful for you, our listeners, and we ask you to come back for Tea Talks on Saturdays and another Heart to Heart next Thursday. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Connecting Hearts of Women to Resources, Information, and to one another. Presented by Creative Heart Studios, 18 Perry Street, here in Noonan. 404-528-8461. Until next time, have a wonderful day.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
Mary redeemed a $50,000 cash prize playing Chumba Casino online.
I was only playing for fun, so winning was a dream come true.
Chumba Casino is America's favorite free online social casino. You too could have the chance to win life-changing cash prizes. Absolutely anybody could be like Mary. Be like Mary. Log on to ChumbaCasino.com and play for free now. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details. The voice in the preceding commercial was not the actual voice of the winner. Mary redeemed a $50,000 cash prize playing Chumba Casino online.
I was only playing for fun, so winning was a dream come true.
Chumba Casino is America's favorite free online social casino. You too could have the chance to win life-changing cash prizes. Absolutely anybody could be like Mary. Be like Mary. Log on to ChumbaCasino.com and play for free now. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details. The voice in the preceding commercial was not the actual voice of the winner.